We know we're spoilt with pretty villages and dazzling beaches. But what about the crazy formations, colors, and phenomenons that only nature can produce? Don't those mystical landscapes only exist in children's imaginations and storybooks? Definitely not. So in this video, we are going to discuss visit to the top 10 places you won't believe actually exist. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10. Las Coloradas, Mexico. Located in the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula, Las Coloradas is the name of the so-called Pink Lakes in Mexico, which actually belongs to a salt industry company on the Yucatan coast. The nearby town, of the same name, was basically established to offer lodging and services for the workers of the salt company. Ever dreamt of swimming in a perfect pink ocean? Well, actually you can. Located on the northeast coast of Mexico, Las Coloradas is officially home to one of the prettiest spots in the world. But how does it get its color? Tiny microorganisms which live in the lagoon, like brine shrimp and red plankton, are to thank for their dye the water with their chemicals. Number 9. Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. The very aptly named Door to Hell or Gates to Hell in northern Turkmenistan is perhaps the most amazingly alien phenomenon. The 69-meter-wide natural gas crater has been set alight in order to prevent the spreading of deadly methane gas, and it hasn't gone out since. The Door to Hell is a continually burning crater located in remote Turkmenistan. Adventurer George Kurunis describes being the first person to enter the Door to Hell and what he found when he reached the bottom. The Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Door to Hell or Gates of Hell, is a burning natural gas field that collapsed into a cavern near Darvaza, Turkmenistan. How the crater formed and ignited remains unknown. Number 8. Antelope Canyon, Arizona, USA. Standing in one of the slots in Antelope Canyon will make you think that you have landed on Mars. Nope. This 660-foot-long sandstone formation in Upper Antelope Canyon is on Navajo land. Wind and water have gently carved the sandstone and its curves. Colors and shapes are so unique you will spend most of your time trying to figure out how to get the perfect shot of this astonishing place. Plan ahead though. You must hire a guide to take you to the canyon, and your time there is limited to 1 hour. Number 7. Chocolate Hills, Bohol, Philippines. If you didn't know better, you would think you were walking among a field of giant chocolate kisses. The famed chocolate hills of Bohol are something that has puzzled geologists for years. There are 1,268 cone-shaped mounds spread over more than 20 square miles, varying in size from 100 to 400 feet high. The best way to see the hills is by heading to Sagbayan Peak, a mountaintop resort and recreation center that has a viewing deck that boasts a 360 degrees view of the hills and the distant sea. Spoiler alert! The hills only look like chocolate in the dry season, November-March, when the grass turns brown. Number 6. Lake Hillier, Australia. Lake Hillier is not the only pink lake in the world. It's not even the only pink lake in Australia. But the amazing contrast between the eucalyptus forest and the blue of the ocean makes this spot on the planet unique. Lake Hillier is also quite a challenge to get to because it is isolated on Middle Island in the Recherche Archipelago off the coast of Western Australia. From the air, the lake appears to be a pool of Pepto-Bismol surrounded by a sea of green trees and blue water. Although scientists can't agree on exactly why the water is pink, it is likely due to a type of microalgae, which is also found in carrots and the bacteria in the salt crusts. The water is not as vivid from the ground, but still appears pink in clear glass. The bad news is that the lake is off-limits for swimming. Number 5. Danau Kalan, Belitung Island, Indonesia. With a rich culture and plenty of natural sights in its pocket, Indonesia is a gold mine for many adventure-loving travelers. This beautiful blue lake that you'll find on Belitung Island is surrounded by a surreal world of white. We almost thought we were looking at Antarctica for a moment. But Danau Kalan isn't a land of wind and snow. It's actually the result of water accumulating in an abandoned coal mine. Number 4. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Salar de Uyuni, amid the Andes in southwest Bolivia, is the world's largest salt flat. It's the legacy of a prehistoric lake that went dry, leaving behind a desert like nearly 11,000 km. The landscape of bright white salt rock formations, and cacti-studded islands. Its otherworldly expanse can be observed from central Incavuasi Island. Though wildlife is rare in this unique ecosystem, it harbors many pink flamingos. Frozen in the depths of winter, the world's largest salt flat is transformed into a giant sky-reflecting mirror during rainy season, September-May. The pools left over from this monumental prehistoric lake create a shimmering illusory horizon, making it one of the best places to visit in the world if you like a good trick shot or selfie. Number 3. Marble Caves, Patagonia, Chile. Patagonia is known to many as the beginning of the end of the world, so it's no surprise that it's here where you'll find landscapes like no other. One of Patagonia's most surreal sights is found at the center of General Carrera Lake, also known as Lake Buenos Aires. Here, you'll find the Marble Caves, the Marble Cathedral and Marble Chapel, named so for their domed ceilings and reverential atmosphere. Only accessible by boat, this must-visit destination is closed off from most of the world. Number 2. Slope Point, windy spot. The species themselves aren't too different to those you find elsewhere on the island. But in this particular location, the trees all end up growing sideways, looking like dense patches of windswept hair. The trees of Slope Point, a small patch of land at the southernmost tip of New Zealand's South Island, are unlike anything else in the world. Thanks to it lying so far south, Slope Point experiences heavy winds all day, every day. This is because it's about 4,803 kilometers, 2,984 miles, from the South Pole and a whopping 5,140 kilometers below the equator. This location at -46.6601 degrees latitude is important because it means that Antarctic winds can travel a full 3,218 kilometers uninterrupted before smacking into it, causing a constant, inescapable torrent of wind. The windswept fields that make up Slope Point abruptly end with a cliff drop to the chilly ocean below. Number 1. Cano Cristales, the River of Five Colors. The Cano Cristales River in La Macarena, Colombia is dubbed the River of Five Colors and Liquid Rainbow because of the many colors you can see below the clear waters. Bright greens, yellows, reds, and purples appear to be flowing down the river depending on the light and water conditions, according to Insider. Sometimes, the river can also appear a bright blue, hot pink, orange, or a deep maroon, according to the BDC. But it's not magic that makes this river look so vibrant. According to Aude World News, it's the Macarena clavijura plant, which is a particular aquatic plant that's different from alvet or moss. The right water level and weather can make a big difference in what colors you can see on any given day. Besides being beautiful, the plant is also very sensitive to its environmental conditions. The best time to go is when the weather is bright and sunny, so light can reflect the colors. The waters must be high enough for the plants to thrive, but not so high that you can't see the river bottom, otherwise they'll die and turn brown, according to the travel website Rove. Generally, the colors are at their peak vibrancy between July and November. According to Atlas Obscura, to get to the river, travelers must first fly into Villavicencio in central Colombia, then charter another plane to La Macarena. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.